I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, the never-ending weather saga continues once again this past week. It seems like we're getting hit with every other day, every third day, a front that has come through the area, and that pressure has definitely affected the bite. It's made it quite tough, to say the least, and this weekend was no different. But again, with that colder air, the one advantage that we've had is that we're continuing to make plenty of ice. So we'll be ice fishing for quite a few more weeks. So keep that in mind, but also keep in mind the bite. The bite has definitely been affected by that weather. But the past week and this weekend, some guys have come away with some decent success on some of the lakes up in the northeastern part of the state. Include Walleye, and that's been mainly late at night. And then also Reeds, Indian Springs, Bitter, Swan, Lynn, Goose, as well as Pickerel have been producing some walleyes there of late. Down the southeastern part of the state, the bite continues on Dry, 81 Ponds, Thompson, and again the bite has been best at Thompson post-sunset, and then also early morning, and then also Sinai, Henry, and George WPAs. And at those two lakes, again, it's been late at night, and you can't move around very much because of the shallow water in those two locations. And then also Twin Lake, being a trophy lake, guys are coming away some nice walleyes there, but none of them big enough to keep. And what have they been using? Really, it hasn't mattered. A lot of rattle baits, to say the least. And also, guys have been using minnows and minnow heads for bait. So keep that in mind. Then as far as the perch bite continues to be affected also by the weather, but guys are coming away with some nice quality perch, especially on Bitter, and they've been caught in the deeper water. And what have they been using up for those perch in deeper water? A lot of tungsten jigs, also a tungsten spoon, new by Northland. The sliver spoon has worked really well in those deep water locations for those perch. Other locations that have been producing perch include 3-buck, Indian Springs, Dry, Thompson, Goose, Whitewood, as well as 81 Ponds. And again, what else have they been using? A lot of plastics, a lot of Trigger X plastics, mustache worms have worked really well. Any other type of small jig have worked really well. And then as far as the pike bite, and that really continues quite well around the area. This is the time of the year to get those big monster pike. And they've been caught, as far as what we've heard recently, has been Cottonwood, Thompson, Dry, Bitter, as well as Walleye. And what have they been using? Chubs, under the tip-ups, as well as smelt. And we have that large smelt on hand. Stop on by the store to pick yours up today. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos from this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-minute fishing report, please send it to me. Send it to Todd at DakotaAngler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into the monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And next week, I'll announce the winner for the month of February. Also, one last thing I want to let you know is that this past weekend, my boys and I took a trip up to Upper Red Lake and went out to Portavilla and also met up with Brad Hawthorne. Many of you know that Brad has been a professor, so to speak, at our Ice Institute each year, a great guide and a wealth of information. We had a fantastic time up there. Caught plenty of walleye, caught plenty of crappies, anywhere from 12 to 15.5-inch crappies. And here's a few photos from that trip. And remember, folks, stop in by the store and give us a call, and we'll let you know of all the sales that we have going on for this late ice fishing season, as well as some of the new open water stuff coming in. And again, folks, thank you for sending all your photos. It's great to see all those great catches, especially with those kids. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on. We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching, and thanks for your business.